You can tell yourself, that's crazy. Fire's not a living thing. It's only chance combustion. There's no malice in the sting. You can go to sleep unworried, knowing man is in control, that these little freaks of nature have no evil in their soul. But rest assured, it's out there, and the powder's always primed. And it will be back. You know it. It's biding time. Till the range turns into kindling and the grass turns into thatch, and a fallen angel tosses out a solitary match.
Is this what I think it is?
What is it?
Oh,
So recently I have volunteered to participate at the Ashes to Art project. The Ashes to Art project is to raise funds for the Colorado volunteer fire departments, to raise funds for them by auctioning art online. And as you all know, in 2020, not only the pandemic, but also the devastating fires across Colorado, North Colorado. So my dear friend Michael O'Hara introduced this project to me. It's his brother Tim O'Hara and a group of volunteers started this project in 2012. And I am honoured to be part of this project this year. And the idea is that to take a piece of burned wood from the forest, a piece of charcoal, and make it into a piece of art. That's why it's called Ashes to Art. My idea is to grind the charcoal into ashes and blend that into my ink, and I use that ink to create a blooming peony out of the dark ground. So peonies represent prosperities. So my concept is that there is life after ashes, prosperities after devastation. So let's unbox. Look, these were trees in the forest. Imagine them blooming, all green and beautiful, full of life. Now it's a piece of charcoal, all because of the fire. It's my mission to bring them life again. Let's get dirty!
So I was asked to share why I bought a few pieces at the 2021 Ashes to Art auction. There may have been a glass of wine or two involved. Not only was it a great cause to help volunteer firemen and women and departments, but the quality of the art was just outstanding and so unique that it really sung to me, both from a purpose and a meaning, but also just artistically. It was just really fabulous, very wide variety. I felt like there would never be another opportunity to buy this kind of art that was not only quality but had such meaning to the area after the fires.
We are passionate about extending the spirit and soul of the tree. By working with its natural shape and texture, the tree's innate beauty becomes a bowl, a vessel, or something else. The use of crushed charcoal, gemstones, or minerals transforms each wooden canvas into a work of art infused with movement and beauty. I am often asked where I find my inspiration. It comes from everything around me, the mountains, the sky, conversations with friends, and listening to music. I take all of it into the studio with me. I want my paintings to come alive with personal experiences and feelings. I want to make a one-of-a-kind painting that makes a connection with the viewer. In this painting, I took my experience of driving through the dense smoke from a fire in Arizona and the relief I felt when we could finally see a red sun. Wildfires spreading across thousands of acres with intense, uncontrollable winds depicts a scenario intertwined with fear and bravery. We send continued prayers to the firefighters, residents, wild and domesticated animals. We yearn for rejuvenation of the land, water, and air. We hope for relief and share our support through art. This painting portrays the oldest and simplest piece of firefighting equipment known to man, a bucket. I photographed this bucket while inspecting a home site destroyed by the 2012 fires. It seemed appropriate to immortalize this lone survivor. The beauty of its charred, oxidized, and deeply textured surface is a tribute to the art we can find even in a destroyed everyday object.
So obviously the fires in Colorado affected all of us, and when the Ashes to Art project came up and someone said we want to do something to help these people, we thought it was a really creative way to do that and involve people with art. And as brewery owners, Carol and I decided, this is exactly the type of thing that we can jump in and help with. Obviously we are on the edge of it, so we made a beer and gave all the proceeds to the project, and continued to do that each year that they had it. It's just a great way how the community came together, did something productive and something creative in the face of a horrible disaster around us, but allowed people in the community to be involved as well. So we were just happy to do it, and it was a really great effort.
From ashes to art, Tim O'Hara and Lori Joseph started a project to bring new life to old devastation.
It really came from the heart. It's one of those things where that inner voice tells you, that you're doing the right thing, and it just felt like this was an opportunity to give back.
They went to the High Park fire burn area and collected ashes for artists to use in art projects.
They can contribute the art, get it back here while the fire's still hot, so to speak, so people, it's still in their minds.
The artists received packages just like this one, including a letter, some charcoal from the fire, and a fireball.
We do have artists coast to coast. We have nearly, or maybe around 30 states, so over half the country is committed. So that's pretty remarkable for that many people came on board in such short notice.
The artists came from all over, from Fort Collins to Alaska.
This one came from Maine. It's Belinda Thomas. Natalie Touchberry, I believe she's local. There's a necklace here that a woman made in Alaska. In the center of this is the charred ash.
The pieces are all being auctioned off to benefit those who risked their lives.
It's the volunteer fire department up the Poudre Canyon, and they fought the fires. They were saving other people's houses while some of their own houses burned.
Joseph said it's the hope and restoration for the area that pushed her to turn ashes into art.
Well, right now, this is a very versatile space. Art. I don't necessarily consider myself an artist, not to this core. I can't draw a straight line.
Means something different to everyone.
You know, I want this stuff to be bid up and bid high.
In Tim O'Hara's garage in Fort Collins,
it's a lot of work.
Every painting and sculpture and drawing and piece of jewelry was born from the same devastation.
Each piece has at least one speck of charcoal from the Cameron Peak fire in it. And that's turning ashes to art.
For weeks last summer, Tim watched from his home as the flames became the largest fire the state has ever seen. What it left behind now fills his garage.
Some might have just a little tiny piece of ash in it, some of it's done 100% in ash.
The work began as pieces of burned wood sent to more than 80 artists around the world. Then the boxes started coming in.
Every time you opened a package, it was like, whoa! You know, it blows your mind how much talent's in this room right now.
From the ashes comes art. From the art, Tim hopes he can make a difference.
We're not doing it for us. We're just making sure we try to take care of these volunteer firefighters who are risking not only their lives, but their own homes. Some of them lose their homes in these fires when they're out protecting other people's homes.
Starting next Monday, all 100 pieces will be auctioned off online. The money will go to 2 volunteer fire departments in northern Colorado that help battle the flames.
We have to have something good to remember. I hope everybody that buys a piece has it prominently displayed in their house and they have a story to tell about it.
A story that began with devastation and continues with creativity. In Fort Collins, I'm Mark Salinger, 9 News.